Oh, I forgot to change the languages. Okay. It's been overwhelmed these days. Distinct adventures. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far, that we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts. Let me just switch back to English. I play in Korean by myself a lot of the time. Got any new commissions? I got some good news. The Pyrogon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. Pyrogon has suggested that the Science Academy and Adventures Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the station forces can take immediate action. Faster response time. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest. The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it's suddenly become more active in the past. People here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later. So hope the day will come soon. Oh, hey, Katina. Not really using the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I want to do something to help. I heard that the Pyroarchon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive. I think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Natlan told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready. Finally get to meet Natlan, the legendary forger of ancient names. True master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new fun things. Fun things. I cannot speak. I'm like massively sick right now. I'm pretty sure I've got like a super red eye too, because I've been itching everywhere, like constantly, including my eyes. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give you your name her full attention. Properly thank her when we meet. I was looking for now. I was waiting for my assignment. She worked to me waiting, right? Okay, we're in Act 3. I don't know if they added 2 acts or not. I didn't pay attention to that. I need to... did they add 2? Let me check. I don't imagine they would. Also, there's clearly a new Tribal Chronicles. I'm still trying to... I have to do the other ones first. But, let's see. You see, it doesn't say whether it's the right one. Because it doesn't tell you what number it is. But it doesn't look like it, because this is Beyond the Smoke and Mirrors. Oh yeah, I should probably actually do that first. I haven't moved since I stopped recording. All I did was make a sandwich and watch some videos. And the thing was like right next to where I was already standing. But now we get to meet Jelona, and here she is. The Bertel School. I should have probably changed the order. Why can't I hear anything? What?
Yes, so I've heard. So
Kachina's voice is just not working.
got quite the reputation.
See, I wish I could change settings in here. Yeah, it's not working. It's weird.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
I need to turn down the music.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Prior Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you
No,
upset?
I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. I felt like they could do
They were
anything.
all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
I mean, I've done enough here. I've done an actual shit ton in Natlan, actually.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Awika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Zelona just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills
Ugh,
nearby.
Don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off.
You're already running through the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done. And it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Oh, not only did she accept the task, but now she's looking for Silverline.
She's coping. Well, that's just how much she and the Archons trust each other. Let's see if we can find some special ways to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon.
The key is for the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
All six?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's
That's
an
why eyes are
expert
pretty
on
cool.
all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Seat Lolly at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Eats to Lead.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit. A person who could make something like that must be pretty impressive.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in a room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that?
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Malika. We're already off to a rocky start here.
We do this all the time. If you let us near an ancient relic, it'll probably break.
In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
That says Kanishi deliver letter. He understands the whole situation is already a familiar face to him.
Hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kanish is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Then I'll go contact him right now.
Just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven Ladies.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
I'll also, really quickly change the music down a bunch.
Paimon coming in.
Bring up the lyrics.
Coming in.
What?
Is this level okay?
And for some reason, Kachina is just not working. Okay, yeah, it's working now. But just to make sure it works in the thing, I'm gonna leave for a second. I'm gonna exit and then return. This should reset my client server relationship, so it should pull the words correctly this time. Kanishi makes his way over after some time. Meet again. Kachina told me everything. Okay, and now his voice isn't working. Also take this chance to explain to what happened to Spear Speaker Stone, offer an apology.
Sorry to put this on you, Kanish. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
Yeah, there's just no voices. It's weird. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's only Shalonen and Paimon that are working right now.
Wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Yeah, Kachina is also not working. That's so weird. What? We all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes, and then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge members suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he's spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Sitlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Seat Lolly knows him too?
That's right, Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroron, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right, so in that sense, Auroron and Sitlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroron's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroron joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Sitlali is probably eager to prove that Auroron wasn't betrayed by his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
So, if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroron and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Sitlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Speaker Stone.
This is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Kanish. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care out there. I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
I'm really curious as to why the sound's just not working. Is that a thing that everyone has? Oh. It's not a bug, as the patch notes for the update confirms due to recording arrangements, some content in version 5.1 does not have English voiceovers, but sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused, the changelog. Oh, hold on, so it's probably like in here in the notices. I don't look at the notices, because I never read these. Might be something in here about it. Let's scroll through it. You can't see what I'm looking at, but I can look through it. 5.1 update details. Compensation, maintenance compensation, issue fix compensation, maintenance, blah blah blah. How to update game client, update details. That's Shalonen. New equipment, main story. Yeah, there is two things on here. Well, permanently available at version 5.1, and then this one's permanently available. Like, yeah, these are both permanently available. I don't know why I was thinking about that. But yeah, it doesn't show anything else other than, yeah. It's not mentioning it. Other update details, new recipes, character specialty dish, new achievements, set 35 of Paimon paintings, new name cards, TCG update, Imaginarium Theater, Visage Echoes, Spiral Abyss, updated on October 16th. So we'll get into Spiral Abyss. Good, okay. Just some optimizations. I don't think it's in here. Enhance fortunately other systems. Audio. The update files will occupy less space compared to version 5.0. Okay. Direct sound effects, just volume of just music in certain areas. Optimizes the sound attenuation effect when the enemy gold increase our timers in flight. Updates blocking sanity, just appearance, just the effect descriptions. This monitor letter graffiti improves the issue where all these attacks would miss during preparation of Sharky's bite, surging bite to change enemy positioning. That's good. I think that's for alts, and that did actually happen a lot. Enemies, characters, system, audio, fixes text voice errors in Chinese and Korean, long-necked rhino. There's a lot of fixes, but none of these are the changes. Like I think it might be update summary. Nope. This is updated battle chronicle map and other tools. Don't need that. New story. It might be mentioned in here. Criteria. Oh, the Natlan OC's out. No way. Cool, cool. I can actually go find that. Starlight Reverie. What day is it? I can still do this. Paimon menu special event. I should probably do that at some point. Yeah, it's this one. I should probably do that at some point. But it won't show on screen, so I can't do it now. I can't find it. But some characters just don't have recordings. I imagine it was probably just due to scheduling conflicts. So instead, for now, I will keep this right here. I'll probably have it set to that. But I will, because otherwise it's silent so much. And because I'm only talking sometimes over it, which is weird. I would normally only, actually it would, for me it's either I only do it when my character's talking or when everyone is talking and there's no voices. So I'm just going to switch back to Korean and just play it like this. I'll just voice over the whole time. What am I doing? Time. Yep, day after tomorrow. Interesting change. Though, if I remember correctly, I don't think Genshin or Hoyoverse themselves actually set up the recording for English. I'm pretty sure that's for most of them directly. The morning of the day after tomorrow. Oh, okay, the morning of the day after tomorrow. Uh, what time does it mean by morning? It's probably gonna be like 10 or 9 a.m. or something like that.
격려나 위로는 다른 사람들이
There we go.
신랑님과 약속한 시간이 됐어. 어떻게 되어가고 있는지 물어보러 가자. 실로님, 상황은 좀 어때?
Hey, Sloan, how's everything going?
여행자
Hi, Traveler Paimon. Oh, her voice in Korean is really good.
아쉽게도 시틀라리한테서
Silly did not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not too surprised.
뭐? 답장을
You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanisha a response? Guess she really does have quite an ego. She can also be quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has some other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
그것도 그렇네.
I just remembered the one thing I was going to try and do, but I haven't done yet, which is try Jalona out. I haven't done the test. Oh, is she going to be on this left side? But are we going to actually get to see Sitlali? Because I think Sully was one of the designs I didn't get to see much of her, but I think she was Sitlali's not even here. Yeah, she's one of the characters I actually want to find and have.
정말 우리를 바람맞힐
Maybe
셈이야?
she's just not going to show up, huh? We tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
그래도 이건 부대신의
This is still a
요청이잖아.
request from the Pyrocon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
백성?
Subject, well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
마르크가 리더인 건
Mavwika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The one thing is that she often has very high expectations.
알겠어. 부대신은 강하지만
Even though she's super
거만하지
powerful, it
않아서
sounds like she's
자신을
actually
좋은
pretty down to
느낌인
earth and
거네.
easy to get along with.
근데 그 할망구는
Unlike that old hag
뭐라고?
Granny Itzley, right?
할머니인지 뭔지
Does she think she can ignore us because she's famous?
다들 대단하다고 하지만 답장 한
She's
번도 안
something-
해주고
You have other reply to our letters. She should want to come. She could at least let us know.
나는 절대로 그렇게 안 해줄 거야. 그래? 날 그렇게 생각하는구나.
So that's how you see me. Oh yeah, this was the character I did see. I do actually want to have her. I like her design.
갑자기 귀에 왜? 다 늙은 할망구가
Don't mind me.
귓가에
I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, Alex. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
시틀라리?
네가 시틀라리야? 흑요석 할머니에서 포인트는
This is honestly not Granny.
아니라 흑요석이거든. 소설에도 많이 나오잖아.
You must know this trope from night novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
표정이 왜 그래?
Wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age?
진한 화장 같은 거 한 건 아니야?
Actually, we have. Yeah, we actually have. Her name is Farzan, except she's very distinct about everyone calling her Madam.
내가 말 안 했었나?
Did I forget to mention she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. You were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out. It was not a mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
그 혹시 미안. 어머.
How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
미안해. 너처럼 특이한 경우는 원래 사과하려던
I just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, she just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were going to leave us out to dry.
널 불러내자고 한 건 나야 시틀라리. 애먼데 화내지 말고.
됐어. 진작에
I was not joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all of this so seriously. If anything, I'm going to feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kanisha's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I'd already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said understood. Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started thinking about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Oh my days. The face is awesome. That's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you any explanation anyway. Also, probably should be looking for a vision on her. Based on her design, I believe she's probably Cryo. But there is the possibility, because we fucking need one, that she's Cryo Claymore. Or not Cryo, Hydro Claymore. Because we just need a fucking Hydro Claymore. But also that would make sense, because I feel like they're really trying to drive home the point that each of the tribes is going to be a specific element for each character that comes from it. Both the characters we just got from the Children of Echoes are Geo. The character we got from Tribes of Canopy is Dendro. The character we got from the People of Springs is Hydro. But I really do hope we get a Hydro Claymore at some point. Because we still don't have one. It's kind of weird. But I think she might be Cryo Catalyst. But I don't think... Cryo Catalyst is very hit or miss, though. She waiting for us to carry on the conversation. Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh? The Master Knight wouldn't say that they're struggling with dealing with her. I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a bit forced. Heard you require my help in crafting an ancient name? Situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain. I would ask you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. That certainly would be an unprecedented feat. I've also all heard about Oleron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the two of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow. We'll know once we find him. That's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Oleron back if you help us solve the problems of forging an ancient name. I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. I'm still looking around for her vision. Or I might just be blind, though. Oh, wait, no, it is Cryo, right there. I see it. I knew it was going to be on our hip. Because it's the one place I haven't looked. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A wary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest, will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Huh? Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Don't move, there's something here. You just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. Don't need to worry, I've just cleared the last of them out. Huh. Something to be serious. Nothing as serious as that. If it was intended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind and generally worsen your mood. Just like make you like a little bit more of a prick, I guess. Better to get rid of him. Let's follow your proposal. Once you brought Auron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night. I still think that's such a weird name, Auron. Like, it's... I don't know, it's just weird. It's also because it's Ororon. It's just 3 O's, 2 R's, and an N. Lord of the Night. But don't we need to talk to the Wyatt of the tribes? Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss. to be more powerful than the buy up of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire kingdom. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other, but never mind, that's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Let's listen carefully what I'm about to tell you. Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber. We can only communicate it with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But we'll need to prepare a few more things if we're to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything
내가
for me?
할게. 양이
It'll
많을지도
probably be a long
모르네.
list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors. We'll go with Sit while they track down Auron.
상대는 오인단이니 꼭
It's too weary
조심해.
nothing to scoff at, so please be careful during your investigation.
무리하지 않을게.
We're used to the Patuary.
그럼 이제 우리는 꼬맹이 녀석을
It's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I feel like we should be way more powerful at this point, in my personal opinion. Because I feel like at this point the Traveler is just holding an extreme amount back. Like, because we got socked by the 8th Harbinger in the first quest, but then we defeated the 11th in the second set of quests. Then we defeated the 8th, and then we defeated a 6th that was super powered with another Gnosis. Especially because that being was directly compatible with the Gnosis. But then when we get to 4, we suddenly just aren't able to do anything against Arlecchino. I feel like at this point we should be able to fight Dottore. But, I don't know. Let's figure out what's going on with Auron. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. Interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is that they were left by Snezhnaya in arms. Sounds like the Futui broke into his house. But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his day living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s, what would they want with him? Doesn't say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. Truly sorry to put you two through all of this trouble with me, but please help me get him back. I also heard that he's Electro Bow, which is just kind of... Well, let me think about all the Electro Bow characters. Well, we just got an Electro Bow character in Sethos. So having another one is just kind of I don't think I'll pull for him. I'm trying to think about what characters I'm going to pull for in the future. I'm probably going to get Seat Lolly because I've always liked cryo characters. But the thing is, I kind of also want to. I want to at least make sure I get one of each. Of the tribes, because I have Kachina, so I don't really need Jalonin. I think is she defense based? Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go for Jalonin. Because building 2 defense-based Geo Night Soul users is Especially because I have to get a sword. Well, I mean, I have a sword for her though. I have this. I might try and get her. But I want to have at least one person from Members of the Nightwind. So that means I'm probably going to get... I'm going to get either Silali or Auron. From the Flower Feather clan, I really don't want Chaska. Her design's kind of meh, and she's Animo Bow, which is kind of not that interesting. I mean, if she ends up being if she has a thing like child, where you can do melee attacks and stuff. That would be cool. We haven't had another bow character who does that, which has been something we've needed for a while. Because I don't think any of these characters have done melee attacks since Tartaglia. Like, we have characters that do normal attacks, like Yoimiya, Yelan technically, but that's just to activate her own ability, and Sethos. But I don't know. I'll just probably wait for someone else from the Fire for the Clan to show up.
여기야. 목격자의 제보에 의하면
An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with a Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to distract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight. He said she's a big name in Natlan. It feels kind of weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this. Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friend to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. That's all there is to him. Then he really doesn't sound like a bad person. Let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use this substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail. Forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Give me your hand. Is it going to be added to my elemental site? Cool as you can just share the ability. Her design's really cool. I really like her. How about now? Yeah, it's a little phlogiston tail. I used this spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too. You'd even share senses with us? First time Pokemon heard anything like that. It's a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at, but don't worry, it's a cinch for me. You too, you see the traveler sense are a bit stronger than Paimon's. I can sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. We'll need to use our vision now to track Auron. Good luck.
뭐라고 했어? 칭찬한 거야, 칭찬. 너 대단하다고.
I want to make sure I let it go out. I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any old hag who is as fluent in the language of the youth as me? This is my way of speaking still not trendy enough. I've already tried my best to match the speech practice, but given the looks on their faces just now, perhaps it's still not fashionable enough. That just can't be right. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned. Oh, we can hear her voice. We're connected. So we can hear her thinking. I think I just heard a voice, but wait, it wasn't with my ears. Was it on mine? She's probably has the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Must be the side effect of the spell she cast. It's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. So we can hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, that's amazing. Something like this could only happen with Sweet Lolly. I appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly. You bet. Did she not realize that? So we can hear her, but she can't hear us? That's kind of funny. Well, I guess she's sharing her senses. We're not getting ours shared. Nope. This feels like playing with Nahida.
잠깐. 이곳의 열쇠가 조금 이상해. 어디 보자.
이건 뭔가의 표식인가?
This is a distress signal for the Master of Nightwind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it, so Auron was indeed being threatened. We gotta find him fast. Maybe such an inconspicuous mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to death. We can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
안 돼.
No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise, he'd get hit as well. How do I know? I've got to keep it down to stay composed. She thinks of Oron as her grandson. That makes sense. It's so funny. But yeah, she's clearly very stressed. Woo! I went too high. I went too far up.
잠깐만. 주변에
The
열쇠가
physician here is
혼란스러워.
jumbled up.
바람에서도 혼돈의 냄새가
I also
나.
smell a mix of elements in here. Pyro, electro, and some other
번개가
elements as
키니치가
well.
대단한 사람이라고
Shows that you are super
그러더니
amazing. No wonder you can
역시
sense so many more things than us.
키니치 녀석 웬일로 쓸만한 말을 했네. 이건 싸움이 벌어진
There's
흔적이야.
signs of a struggle here.
현장에 남은 흔적을
There was left on
보면
the scene. There
싸움이
must have been a
있었던 것
fight, but
같아.
after that, the
그런데
factions would have gone their
열쇠도
separate ways. Both of the
원소의
legitimate and
냄새가
elemental
그
traces in the air
방향으로
support that. Weren't found a chance to
아까
fight
그
back.
표시 기억나? 만약 올로론이 계속해서 구조 요청 신호를 남기다가
Looks pretty worried. Judging by the destruction from before, Oron was being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
신호가 두 방향으로 갈라졌으니
Two signals
우리도
leading from here.
나눠서
We should split up as well.
난 이쪽 길로 갈게. 너흰
I'll
저쪽으로
leave the other one
가자.
to you. Let's meet up later again later. Oh, I'm tired already.
올로론 대체 뭐라고 다니는
What are you
거야?
doing? Something troubling, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
저쪽으로 가버렸. 여행자, 아까 너도 들었지? 시틀라리가 가니까 그 소리
Was one away as well. Somebody tried calling her name inside Palmer's head, but there was no response. You think the same thing. Palmer also thought if we could hear what she was thinking, that she could probably hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite an adept at the spell. It doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Maybe we're a special case who can hear thoughts as a side effect. She's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Palmer's first impression of her. Your first impression of her was also calling her a hag, so...
여기도 흔적이 있어. 흔적을 계속 따라가 보자.
I was so confused with the yellow decimals for a second. That's the that's the ley line. A trace of phlogiston here, but
단서는 좀 찾았어?
the trail completely ends here.
그럼 올로론이 어느 이상하네.
There's just in these dots. We can't make of anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him. It's all extremely strange.
지하의 바람 소리를 들을 수 있나 보구나.
So you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth. Is that Auron? Whose voice is that just now? Hall? Bro cast a spell on me? Okay. Sounds. Oh, we're in the Night Kingdom again. Why the fuck are we here again? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? And here's Auron. I didn't think we'd actually see him in this quest.
정말
I'm sorry, but please don't move. I have no desire to hurt you.
첫 만남이
Dude, he's fucking tall! I apologize that our
넌 마치
first meeting has to
동물처럼
take place like this. It's just that you're much like the one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their
넌
environment.
싸움을 잘하니까
And given your combat
다른
proficiency,
곳에선
I would not have been
어쩔
able to
수
gain an
없었을
advantage
거야.
over you if we were
하지만
anywhere else in the
여긴
world.
연기 주인에게
However, you're now in the
있어.
Night Kingdom, a
밤의
familiar
신뢰까지.
domain to the Masters of the Night Wind.
안녕, 여행자.
I'm Auron, the one you've
내가
been
바로
searching for.
네가 찾는 올로론이야.
Dude, you are fucking tall. Have you escaped the Fatui's custody? I see. So even Granny has told you that I was cursed with the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I are only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting. Oh, here's the captain.
반갑군.
Greetings, traveler from afar. Oh, his fucking Korean voice. Oh my god. Hi. Oh wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting this meeting.
지금
I'm here with this
여행자의
traveler.
영혼은
Her soul is
우리에게
temporarily
구속되어
restrained by us and appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her. It was I who tasked Auron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. So you are working together. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you in person. I'll use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malvika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us in the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict. You'll see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I see, please help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict. Okay, whatever you say.
대체 어떻게 된 거야? 아무리 불러도 반응이 없더니 갑자기
I'm fine. I was so forcibly removed from my body just now, that would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
야, 왜 땅에 주저앉아 있어? 시틀라리, 얘가 멍하니 있다가 갑자기 땅에 쓰러져 버렸어. 혹시 밤의 신의 나라에
Could it have been those leftover
전파
remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pains anywhere? No, I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
말고 잠깐 쉬자.
We could take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help, but had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
몸이 안 좋은 줄 알았으면 무리해서 오자고 하지 않았을 거야.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I would. I could just share everything with Pamasili right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of Nightwind. I suppose I'll just stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else.
불편한 곳이 있으면
Feeling
말해.
sick, you should just say so. So Lolly should be able to exercise any ghost or witch stuff that you picked up from the Night Kingdom.
여행을 많이 해봤으니
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word. Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine. Because let's take a bit more rest. Or take time to rest now. It's quite urgent. Take a break. Orange word's still echoing in your mind. Meanwhile, Lolly continues to keep her eyes on you, even performs another checkup. Let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Oran is probably being held inside. I agree to you my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds, we either move as one or not at all. Leave it to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes. Interesting how we've already been set up for a meeting with Capitano. Realistically, we have any fights or anything with any of them, we always have some meeting with them beforehand, where it's just diplomatic, more or less. This happened when with the Knave, we had a diplomatic meeting. We had a diplomatic, well, we never had a diplomatic meeting with Signora. It was just the first time she kicked Venti's ass, and then the second time we beat her ass. I guess it was kind of diplomatic-ish for a child. For Scarro, we met him a couple of times. And then Dottore, we didn't even get the chance to really meet him properly. First time we ran away with Nahida holding him back. And then the other time, he knocked us out before we could even see him.
저기 가운데 누가 있는데? 올로룬이야. 역시 우인단한테 붙잡.
He doesn't look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
우리가 앞장설.
Or does it say he does look the same or doesn't? Quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
태양이 없어.
I cannot see the sun. Hold on, was that I read it right? He does look the same. Okay.
태양이 없으면 난
That sun, I
진실을
cannot
보지
see the
못해.
truth. You are
빛을
currently
가리지
blocking the
말고
light.
비켜줘.
Shut up. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside. Mr. Philosopher, that's enough mumbo jumbo. Look at this guy's heads off.
화안난 척하려. 자,
Okay, yeah, we're just going straight into it.
상황 파악
Okay.
못하네.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong character. What am I doing?
보인다고? 민지야, 불을
Kill you before you do anything weird. I still see you, buddy. Fucking let me get my character back. Fucking piece of shit. No, not him. Fight this one. No, God. Hit the other one. I don't care about the stupid Geo fucker. God damn it. No, go to the fucking Nahida. Finally. Hit the actual fire dude. Not whoever you want to fight.
할머니,
아, 시틀라리가 흑요석 할머니라는 건 알지만
Other granny?
할머니 아닌가?
Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a granny.
그러지 말라고 몇 번을
As I told you, it doesn't work like that.
전부 할머니, 할아버지, 이모, 삼촌 하면 안 된다니까.
I see what it is now. He's playing dumb. That's kind of incredible. He plays dumb. There are a lot of people who are looking around the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
잠깐만. 얘 설마 어린애는
Just
아니지?
note to Paimon, he's one of those people who look like an alt, but are actually one of their like 8 or 9 years old. Words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine, given how hard those thorns are to remove. I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
뭐라는 거야? 질문
난 물론 성인이야.
Because no child, it's just Granny has always taught me how to show gratitude where it's due. Since the Master's Night One raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to. The way he talks has definitely changed. It doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to keep things a secret, and even said it'd be for Chitlali's sake.
맞아.
자기 학렬을 이렇게
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
물론
You think saying all of this is going to save you from a scolding?
어릴 때부터 내가 뭐라 그랬어?
100 times into kid, heed the 3 warnings. Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for the next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
잘 알면서 왜 그랬어? 안 그래도 혼자 살면 위험할 일이 얼마나 많은데.
I always knew that living on your own was going to get into trouble sooner or later, but getting kidnapped, that really takes the cake.
심지어 납치까지 당해서
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know.
우리가 제때 안 왔으면 무슨
You're
일이
just lucky we
있었을지
got here when we
모르겠어.
did, or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head. Where they put your severed head?
잘못했어 할머니.
이런
There'll be next time after this. Didn't hurt you, did they?
그냥
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Alan's
나타난
terrain and made me draw a map with the ley line
지금
distribution.
솔직히 말해.
Were you the one who helped the captain escape after this battle with Pyroarchon? Yes.
대체 왜 그랬어?
왜냐하면 내 도움이
They said they would need
필요하겠어.
my help from here on
또
out.
내가 거부하면
They also
할머니를
said that if I
찾아갈 거고
refused, they'd come
할머니를
to you,
상대할
Granny, and
방법이
that they'd
있다고 그랬어.
already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
얼른! 내가 어디 보통 사람이야?
Or they dare to come
인간은
after me,
정말
and you,
그럴 수
did the
있었을 것
gods
같아?
give you a brain
정말
just for you not to
그날의
use it? Did you really
정신이니?
believe
그날의
everything they said to face value and not stop to think?
다행히 브레시는 연기 주인의
Only
조력자를
ask that we
찾으려고만
find the
했지.
mysterious individual
우리
from the
이름을
Match of Night
수명에
One,
쓰지는
and that didn't slap your
않았어.
name on a wanted
하지만
poster.
브레신이 아무것도 눈으로 본 진실이 곧
Even if
닥쳐와도
the truth that you
미리
see will
당황할
soon
필요는
manifest in
없다.
reality, there's
내가
still no
가르쳐준
need
말
to
잊었어?
preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
미안해.
Forget it.
쓰러뜨린 우인단과 야영제의 상황을
You can submit the details of this camp and the
이
detailed
결과도 증명할 수
defeated
있을
Fatui
거야.
as evidence of your innocence.
다들 정리하고 돌아가자.
Let's clean this place up and get back to the city,
이번
Oron.
일을 교훈 삼아 반성하도록
You better
해.
remember this lesson well and
그리고
seriously
돌아가면
reflect on your
나랑
actions.
같이 회의소부터
Also,
가자.
once you return to the city,
전투
come to the
지점을
speaker's chamber with me.
설명해야지.
I'll need you to explain everything.
알겠어. 내가 심은 채소들도 좀 가져갈게.
채소?
우리 집 밭에 직접
The
기른
Paragon
채소가
won't be too picky
많거든.
about the selection.
지금이 그런 생각이
There's no
나는
time to think
거야.
about that. If you do not come to
진짜
face me,
브레신을 만나게 되면
come face to
일단
face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is
조심할 것 세 개를
recite the 3
기다려야지.
warnings.
아니, 먼저
Emphasize that you were not in
어떻게
cahoots with the
말해야지.
Fatui.
연기 주인은 대체 교육을
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
알겠어.
He is more or less playing dumb, is what it looks like. I hate that the cutscenes don't allow me to reset my cooldowns. Return to the city and Sitlali brings you to the speaker's chamber where you recount everything that's happened to Auron.
그렇군요.
I came to the captain's rescue because you promised to help him in exchange for Sitlali's safety.
올로르는 그냥 부족 사람을
How did you know
지키려고
no one was
했던
only trying to protect
브레신한테
another member of
잘
the
좀
tribe?
말해줄
Could
수
I
있을까?
ask you to petition the Pirate Archon for forgiveness?
정리해서 사실대로 보고를 올리고 결과가 나오면 바로 알려드릴게요.
Give her a full report. We'll let you know once she has
난
reached a
여기서
decision.
기다려.
원칙상으로는 그렇지만
Technically, yes, but if Sitlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
그렇게 할게. 다른 할
I'll be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
협조 감사합니다.
Anyway, Mr. Oren, please report back to the speaker's chamber as soon as you receive notice of the Archon's decision.
알겠어. 고마워. 할머니도 고맙.
이제
At least you won't have to need to hide your face anymore. Thank you very much for your help, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Oren is settled, I'll go talk to Sloan and get started on forging an ancient name for you. Since I'm back, I got yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come to the Oron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
안녕, 할머니.
Goodbye, other Granny. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Yep, I know. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd never have guessed that he could have done so much work behind Sitlali's back. What does he really want?
드디어 해결인가? 이제 뭐 먹을
There's something I need to tell you.
뭔데? 뭐? 카피타노?
Yeah, keep your voice down, Paimon. You do this every time.
미안, 너무 놀라서.
This is coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom and he didn't attack you? What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. Oh, some of our protecting Sitlali being forced out of duty. Is actually being a willing accomplice all along. We still need more information. You should learn about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have a whole day before the meeting. So we'll just meet with them when the time comes. Okay then. Well, that's all that's right now. I'll quickly do Zelonan's test thing first before continuing.